Howdy, it's Dashie. My last video, a funny moments video, did a lot better than I originally expected, and I'm very glad that as many people enjoyed it as they did, which means I'm probably going to do a few more of them in the future. Anyway, lately there's been a lot of drama in the commentary community on Twitter, and I feel like adding my own 2 cents on it because it's all getting quite silly, especially after NoFuckers got suspended from Twitter. And before I move on, I just want to say that I'm not attacking anyone, and I am not taking sides either. I'm just merely giving my own opinion of this situation that doesn't seem to want to end just yet. Basically, most of this drama was started by Keemstar criticising the commentary community in general, and Keem actually has some pretty good points that do have validity, or they would be valid if it wasn't for the fact that he starts acting childish about it, which pretty much ruins the point he was trying to make. Some of these points included using self-awareness as a shield, albeit that point was a childish one.
I'm making a video on a trending topic for that sweet views. And why am I telling you this? Because I'm self-aware!
Which is a damn shame because some commentary channels do this. Think of Leafy as an example shortly after he got a lot of backlash after making a video about Tommy NC 2010. For some time after that, he constantly called himself a cyberbully and Hitler reincarnate, if I'm remembering correctly.
I am getting a little bit fucking concerned on what is getting popular on YouTube nowadays.
How about you look at your own content, you fucking cyberbully? Kill yourself!
Of course, self-awareness is pretty necessary in order to improve. You can't really improve very easily if you aren't aware of what you need to improve with in the first place. However, a lot of people use that self-awareness as a shield, which was, from what I can tell, what Keem's point was. This point didn't annoy anyone as much as the next point about NoFuckers KSI video, which is kind of understandable with how Keem eventually dealt with the situation. What Keem did say about Roman's content is criticism. He said how he felt about Roman's video was boring, stretched out and repeated a lot of points, which is fair enough in my honest opinion.
A couple days ago, I was watching his KSI video where Roman, aka NoFuckers, repeated the same point over and over again, sometimes like 6 times the same point over and over again.
I enjoyed the video personally, but I do agree that some of the points were repeated quite a bit. Now, repeating points is perfectly okay. That's exactly what a conclusion is, a summary of points. However, if you're making the same point multiple times in a short amount of time, that's when repeating the said point gets kind of bad. Now, I myself may be guilty of this, I can admit that, and I will work on trying not to do it as much. I am still relatively new to making this kind of content, so mistakes will be made. Of course, Keem being Keem, he doesn't just leave it as being criticism. Instead, he ends up agitating Roman in later tweets and pissing him off, which could be seen by most as completely invalidating any points he originally had due to how unprofessional he was acting.
You just said you can't respond to me on Twitter because it only has 140 characters? What the fuck am I doing right now? I'm making a Twitter video! The
situation eventually escalates into an insulting match between the two, Roman wishing death upon Keemstar and saying his fans belong in concentration camps. Unfortunately, the situation didn't end when it should have, which resulted in people reporting Roman's tweets and getting him suspended from Twitter, so a lot of stuff on Roman's side is now missing completely. Jamesky made a point saying that Keemstar shouldn't have manipulated his fans into attacking Roman, which is somewhat true. Now, Keemstar didn't specifically tell his fans to attack Roman. However, because of how Twitter's tagging system works, and because Keemstar tags people after the text, it allows even more people who aren't even following Roman to see Keem's tweets towards him. This means that because of a larger majority of Keem's fans saw it, more people would have felt the urge to join in. Even Keem was attacking Roman after a while, an attack being defined as fiercely and publicly opposing or criticising someone, which is exactly what Keem has done. Although from what I've noticed he hasn't done it in such a fierce way that he usually does. Not to mention that Keem also screenshotted some of those tweets. Now, the tweets are public, which is fair game, but he didn't need to screenshot them. This would only make more people want to check out what's happening, and since humans are more naturally inclined to look at images rather than text, and yes, I'm aware the screenshot is mostly text, but because there's an image in a screenshot in a place where there isn't usually an image, your eyes naturally get drawn to it. It's more effective if people are on night mode too, since the screenshot is in day mode. The screenshot is a lot more noticeable that way. Of course, people following them both, or just stalked Keem's every tweet, would have still seen it, but a lot less people would have attacked either side if he just tagged Roman normally. In my honest opinion, both Keem and Roman are in the wrong. However, I would personally believe that Keemstar would have been in the right if he hadn't acted so childish in the first place. In fact, this entire situation could have been avoided if he did just that. That's it for today's video. Feel free to leave your thoughts about this event in the comments below. My next video will most likely be another funny moments video, seeing how well my last one did. Goodbye.